20-year-old Filipino tennis star Alex Eala has sent Melbourne Park crowds into an absolute frenzy.
In a moment like she had here last year, she's 140 in the world. You're still not sure. You know you're on the way, but you're not sure if you can compete with the top players. And I love the look on her face when she beat Iga last year here, make the semifinals. All her dreams came true in an hour and a half or however long that match took. And I love seeing that for her. Mentally, she's incredibly strong. Mm-hmm. She's at her career high, as you said, at 29 in the world. It's going to be tough to stay there because she's got these points to defend. But I know that mentally she's very good. She's got a few things that she could still work on in her game. I don't know if we're going to go there.
Even prior to the opening serve, the desert venue throbbed with raw energy. Alexandra Eala turned Indian Wells into an unprecedented sensation, transforming an ordinary tournament into an unforgettable show that nobody saw coming. Ticket sales surged dramatically music, to levels matching those of a full Grand Slam. And all at once, women's tennis moved far beyond simple attention. It stood exposed beneath intense scrutiny. Supporters no longer attended for music ordinary contests. They showed up for a genuine sensation. Yet, one key question remained. Could this 20-year-old left-handed music sensation truly reshape the sport for good?
Lost. She'll have another go tonight at getting through to the second round in the doubles. Now, Alex Eala, she's really been the talk of Melbourne Park today. She's just 20 years old, ranked 49 in the world. But the reason why there is just so much interest is because she's the highest ranking Filipino in history. And if yesterday's crowds were anything to go by, we can expect it's going to be another chock-a-block night here at Melbourne Park tonight. We saw she was given a special security escort to Court 6 last night. There were thousands of Filipinos who tried to get a glimpse of the star on Court 6. Hundreds didn't manage to get in. There were, in fact, quite rowdy at times.
The tale did not rest on empty excitement or the brief shine of online buzz. This success came from real battles fought under pressure. Alexandra had already ignited Dubai. She dismantled experienced opponents and demonstrated that she was far more than a passing teenage novelty. Every powerful topspin, every extended baseline exchange, every smart slice served as clear proof music that this went beyond something fresh. It represented true command.
The organizers need to keep more in mind where the players are from and what the actual fan base is here, because there's massive Filipino audience here in Melbourne, in Australia. So keep that in mind next time you make the schedule.
She's got a lot of global stardom to her. She's had some incredible results and she's beaten players like Madison Keys and Iga Swiatek. So she's the real deal, already top 50 in the world.
Now, Alex Eala, she's really...
Now, Alex Eala has truly become the center of discussion as ticket servers crashed. Merchandise vanished from shelves in record time, and suddenly the outer courts at Indian Wells felt like attempting to fit a massive stadium crowd into a small local high school gymnasium. The numbers simply refused to add up. The overwhelming interest simply could not be overlooked.
When did you realize you were representing something much bigger?
In Melbourne, I saw a couple clips of the lines and the people. I was at a loss for words. I think I was a little in denial.
Walk us back a year ago, 4 days before the Miami event.
I have to say that week was probably the craziest week of my life. I came into the tournament, I was a wild card, and I hadn't really had a lot of success. So yeah, safe to say it was...
Still, sports history shows a harsh sense of timing. Just when the desert stood ready to welcome a fresh chapter, Alexandra Eala ran into a firm barrier. Carolina Machova, an athlete whose name rarely made front-page news, yet whose playing style commanded genuine respect, halted Alexandra's progress at Indian Wells.
She's got a smile that lights up a room, too, you know. And I remember last year when she beat Iga Swiatek, and she kind of did it with a lot of grace and humility, you know. And it was really, for me, it was terrific to see her take that match and watch her play after that and watch her try to continue to progress, because I like her game. You know, obviously, she wants to get better than where she is now, than 32 in the world, but she's got a lot of good hand-eye coordination and ability to take the ball early and read.
Arrived music right away. Ticket sales that had climbed sharply now began to fluctuate. The early excitement, the vibrant atmosphere that pulled in supporters, journalists, and backers alike started to fade. It was not music, merely sadness over one outcome. It marked the abrupt understanding that the powerful attraction of Alexandra Eala's presence might be paused, at least for a short time. Before exploring the consequences, let us step back to grasp exactly why Alexandra had grown into such a major sensation. Her matches went beyond simple competitions. They became major cultural happenings. Filipino flags filled the stands, excitement bounced throughout the desert, and social media timelines filled with live updates and instant responses. Even experienced professionals and analysts, longtime figures who had competed against the sport's best under extreme tension, could only admire the enormous scale of events taking place. Alexandra Eala was achieving something music the WTA had urgently hoped to witness. She packed arenas not solely due to her ranking, but because she possessed undeniable charisma. She brought an entire country's spirit into the venue, and by doing so she drew a worldwide crowd with her. Her path leading to that point had been carefully planned, purposeful, and filled with moments of outstanding skill. She performed best when the stakes rose highest. The bigger the audience noise, the more composed she appeared. Pressure failed to burden her. Instead, it grounded her.
It anchored her.
I would like to start with giving the credits to Alex. I mean, what the hell she played in the first set. Yeah, I mean, she was smashing the ball and she was cleaning the lines and all that. So, wow, it's a next generation coming. That she's gonna come up and she's gonna be really good in a couple of years. So, first of all, big credit.
Yet, following Machova's triumph, the storyline changed completely. The same desert that had earlier cheered loudly for Eala now carried a calmer, more thoughtful atmosphere. Outer courts, once considered too small for her star quality, suddenly seemed like vacant hallways. And the sponsorship agreements, the media, music coverage, the online excitement, everything paused as people waited to discover whether she could rebuild that drive. The tough truth of professional tennis remains that admiration and excitement disappear just as fast as they appear unless they rest on steady results. Ticket sales offer a clear indicator of this shift. Earlier, fans rushed music to watch her opening round games as though they were championship finals, eager to experience the blend of tactics, drama, and pure power she delivered on court. After her departure, music. Many occasional spectators who had joined the excitement lost their main motivation to attend. Arenas that once overflowed now resembled hollow structures, reflecting the memory of possibilities that slipped away. She demonstrated that an entirely new group of supporters could be built, that enthusiasm could turn music into income, involvement, and worldwide recognition. The Philippines, a nation that had long observed from the sidelines, suddenly possessed a champion who could convert music, standard tournaments, into completely sold-out occasions. Ticket interest may have decreased for now, but the fundamental change she sparked within the sport cannot be undone so simply. The WTA networks and backers continue examining music, what this development signals for growing markets, for inclusion, and for financial opportunities music that stayed unexplored until this point.
You're moving at 13 years old across the world to play tennis.
I look back at it and I'm like, oh my goodness, I moved out at 13.
You go to the Rafa Nadal Academy. Do you remember the first time you practiced next to Rafa? Were you intimidated or was it just all excitement?
Yes. So the first interaction with
There exists another quiet yet vital element within this tale. Alexandra's approach, developed across the deserts of Coachella Valley and the hard courts of Dubai, emphasizes accuracy, endurance, and music strong topspin against Machova. Nevertheless, the storyline altered. The same qualities that made her a fan favorite, her strategic forcefulness, her methodical build-up, face a true test from an opponent who excelled at chaos and music surprise. It became a battle of plans just as much as a test of ability. The crowd might cheer loudly, the online platforms might overflow, but tennis stayed a contest of strict angles and absolute truthfulness. And in this music particular case, the desert produced a victor, and that victor was not Alexandra. Even so, her impact continues to count. Her path forward, despite this setback, has created opportunities for upcoming players, altered viewpoints, and pushed organizers to rethink the size and goals of their events. Her effect reaches past victories and defeats. It operates at a deeper level. Supporters as well have sensed the attraction. When Alexandra walks onto the playing surface, they are not merely observing an athlete. They join a larger story that surpasses the match itself. The shared spirit the national honor, the united sense of belonging. It changes the basic experience of watching a tennis match into a collective event. Missing that experience for one round may have reduced the pace, but the mark she left stays strong. Those who arrive because of Alexandra now recognize what a true star can contribute to women's tennis, and that understanding will endure well beyond the end of this tournament.
It's always fun for me because whenever you see players from smaller countries, the fans are so passionate when they get up to the top.
It's interesting, Ali mentioned Sonia Mirza. She has nearly 13 million followers on Instagram. That's 5 million more than Carlos Alcaraz and nearly as many as Alcaraz and Sabalenka combined. So that's how big Sonia Mirza was, and will be. But Eala going to be seeded for the first time at a 1,000 to find out who she will play.
Right now, conversations inside the sport continue to show her influence. Past ADP and WTA competitors, marketing leaders, and event planners all wrestle with one straightforward issue. Can Alexandra Eala's draw be maintained over time? Can the excitement she created be turned into steady interest music for the entire tour outside of temporary trends and short-lived viral clips? These issues carry real weight. They influence event calendars, television time slots, endorsement contracts, and funding decisions spanning multiple continents. The truth remains that Alexandra's effect on the business aspect of tennis could endure longer than any individual court defeat. So what lies ahead for Alexandra? This moment offers music, a chance to adjust and improve. For the sport itself, it serves as both a caution and an open door. Indian Wells 2026 will stay in memory not only for the games that occurred, but also for the preview it delivered of what women's tennis might achieve with the perfect combination of skill, personality, and cultural music connection. The real question today is not whether Alexandra Eala can recapture her drive. It is whether the tennis world can figure out how to welcome and support a force like her. Because one fact stands clear. Even music, after a loss, the impression she leaves behind lasts forever. Arenas, sponsors, and supporters have all been shown a basic reality. Tennis does not only require title winners. It requires powerful forces that pull everything together. And Alexandra, music, whether in victory or setback during this event, has clearly shown she possesses the ability to generate that force.